anybody that has any sort of involvement with St. Mary's, you'll see that they're all good people. In fact, they're great people that care about the community, that care about what they do on a daily basis, and I'm proud to have had the opportunity to attend a university that cares so much about community, about students, and really does give back in a way that can't be matched around the nation.
Sportsmanship is defined as the conduct and attitude of participants in sports, especially when considered commendable, as in fair play, courtesy, and grace in winning or losing.
Sportsmanship is a key value found within St. Edward's University Athletic.
How do you play?
Fairness.
Honesty.
Respect.
Playing sports gives us
Character.
Friendship.
Strength. Respect the players.
Respect the coaches.
Respect the officials.
respect the game.
We are
St. Edward's University.
We respect the game. It's not whether you win or lose, it's how you play the game.
The first step to discovering the world starts by discovering who you are and who God created you to be. You have the potential to change the world by learning how to serve the world. We can show you how. Dallas Baptist University, developing servant leaders, transforming lives.
You are a collection of moments, ambition, lessons, and ideas. Learning isn't buildings or borders. It goes beyond the classroom to places you never imagined. What you do with it makes all the difference in the world. Discover a more dynamic you, a more employable you. Discover the international you at Texas A&M International University.
Celebrate the soggy shoes and the slow starts. Celebrate the lessons learned along the way. These are the wins. Not the shiny, nail-biting kind. These are the last a lifetime kind.
If you're the band Europe, you love a final countdown. It's what you do. If you want to save 15% or more on car insurance, you switch to Geico. It's what you do.
Heartland Conference. Get in the game. Heartland Conference. Get in the game.
And we welcome you back to the UMAC, live from Tulsa, Oklahoma, the side of the 2016 Heartland Conference Tournament. Hello again, everyone. My name is Drew Brent. Game 2 action getting set for the men's side of the bracket here in tournament play. Game 1 already in the books as top-seeded UA Fort Smith moves on to the semifinal round. Coming up next is the number 2 seed and the number 7 seed as Newman hoping to score the upset on Lubbock Christian. Dave Saltzman and Sean Tiemann have the call courtside. Guys, let's send it over to you.
All right, Drew, thanks so much. This has been as competitive a league as anywhere. And proof of that, Sean, is that Newman, the 7th seed, you don't see many 7 seeds just under 500 on league play. But here are the Jets at 9-11, 16-12 overall against a Lubbock Christian team. Winners of 10 of 12, 20-8 overall. A Heartland Conference mark of 14-6. They're the 2 seed.
Well, Newman Jets, one of the more impressive offensive teams scoring the basketball this season at a clip of 83.1 a game. That's good for 5th in the Heartland Conference. The 2 seed Lubbock Christian averages 77 points a game. They are the defensive team we'll see coming into this tournament here, only allowing 68 points a game. Contrast in styles potentially. Newman will try to run it up and down, a little bit similar to what we saw in the first matchup today from the Arkansas Fort Smith Lions. They'll pop a bunch of 3-point shots. Lubbock Christian, how do they defend? They want to slow it down, come and set up the half court on the offensive side and try to make it a slower paced game. They're real fundamentally sound under a former Texas Tech Red Raider player. The old Big 8 days under Todd Duncan, the head coach for LCU.
How about some key players for both squads?
Well, with Newman Jets basketball team, it's Jalen Love, one of the Division I transfers on the squad for the Jets. Love, a 6'2 senior guard, hails from Wichita, transfer from the University of Denver. Used to play here in Tulsa against Oral Roberts University as a member of the Summit League as well. Love in the top 10 in assists per game, at about 3.5 a ball game. Watch for him for the Newman Jets. And on the other side for Lubbock Christian, well, the Chaps led by A.J. Lucky, 6-foot senior guard from Dallas, Texas, same high school as former Oklahoma State standout and Boston Celtic current player Marcus Smart, Flower Mound Marcus High School. He is a guy who gets to the free throw line a lot. He'll also take a lot of jump shots. He can fill it fast. A.J. Lucky has an appropriate name when you want good things to happen for your ball club.
Let's meet the starting lineups now for both squads.
Starting at 1 forward, the 6'8 senior from Wichita, Kansas, number 1, Gavin Furman. And another forward, 6'6 senior from Fort Worth, Texas, 21, James McGeese. And one guard, a 6'2 junior from Ottawa, Ontario, Canada, 24, Daniel Iwasu. And another guard, a 6'2 senior from Wichita, number 11, Jalen Love. And the other guard, a 6'2 senior from Midwest City, Oklahoma, number 10, Quarterfinal Holders. Head coach for the Jets, Mark Potter, is assisted by R.J. Allen, Dan Cosgrove, and Derek Brown. And now for the starting 5 for the Chaps of Lubbock Christian. And one forward, 6'5 junior from Fort Lubbock, Texas, 34, Isaac Cardona. And another forward, 6'7 freshman from Texas, number 12, Brendan Fowler. And one guard, 6'2 sophomore from Lubbock, Texas, number 5, Marcus Schuster. And another guard, 6'0 junior from Carlsbad, New Mexico, number 8, Marcus Arrington. And the other guard, 6'0 senior from Dallas, Texas.
Earlier today, we saw the top seed Fort Smith hold off the 8th seed St. Mary's 87-79. Here we have 2 versus 7. Winner of this one will get the victor of our next matchup, hitting the 3rd seed Dallas Baptist and the 6th seed Texas Permian Basin. I think you'll agree with me, Sean, that the seeds, the numbers are just a formality because how close this league was. Again, Newman 9-11. That's the 7th seed. They're just one of 2 teams to beat Lubbock Christian in their last 12 games. So that just shows how even this conference is. And I think this game more or less is a toss-up.
Yeah, and one of the more disciplined teams you'll find in this tournament, Lubbock Christian. They know what they want to do. They have some veteran leadership, some younger guys, but Newman can shoot the basketball. We'll see how this one unfolds here this afternoon in Tulsa.
Brennan Fowler wins the tip to Arlington. Lubbock Christian, their home whites. Newman, the road blues. As you mentioned, Lubbock Christian at 77 a game. They'll play more of a slow it down style, however. It's an early foul as diving for the ball just too late as James Pegas. Mark Potter disagreeing already. A complaint from the Newman head coach. Fiery one, good one as well. Mark Potter, longtime head coach of the Jets.
And a former collegiate baseball and basketball player at the he coaches at. He's been there a long time now.
18 years, 321 victories. An Arrington foul. 2 early fouls on the Jets. As this one is called on Jalen Love.
Because of the styles of play in this game, David, Newman will have to play with more composure than it did at times during the Heartland Conference regular season. Supremely talented, though, with a lot of Division I transfers.
Yep, you mentioned the 3 overall in Nawasu, Thurman, and Love. Brennan Fowler, wearing number 12, has stepped up the last month. Freshman thrust into the starting lineup. Shot off the mark by Cardona. Newman finally gets the chance here. Different styles. Quicker team as Newman, and a foul on the drive. Pegas drawing it on Fowler. Nope, it should be on Fowler. Jeff Mullen gave 2 fingers on both hands, but there's no 22 on the floor. It's on number 12. That is Fowler, his first. Three up by Love, and Newman on the board first.
Yeah, there's the player I talked about in the intro to this broadcast. He has the potential on any given night to go for 30.
37th 3 of the year, but that's 5th on the team. Lubbock Christian on the board for the first time in Fowler. Fowler coming in, averaging 7 points a game, but doing much better than that since he's become a starter.
Double-double machine down the stretch in their last 10 games.
Second 3, this one from Thurman, the Missouri State transfer.
And Thurman, lanky frame, tall guy, but he'll hit that shot.
Newman averages 9.5 threes a game. Thurman is 43rd of the year. Tough shot by Lucky, follow. Fowler, all 4 of the Chaparral points.
And the other team that shoots the basketball better from 3 in terms of single game makes is Dallas Baptist at 10 a game.
They won another 3, that one off the mark from Thurman. And here comes Lubbock Christian. Marcus Schuster, and we're tied up.
Schuster, a young guard still, but learned a lot last year. Thrust into a starting role his first time out with Lubbock Christian. Arrington, also a young guard from New Mexico. He is so rock steady handling the basketball.
Good defense. Fowler forcing the altered shot by Pegas. A.J. Lucky, first team all-conference performer. A 6-0 Lubbock Christian run.
Yeah, and I said Lubbock wants a slower tempo, but when they have chances, they will push the basketball. Head of steam for A.J. Lucky right there. He's their best track meet guy on the floor.
Lubbock Christian 48% shooting as a squad coming in. Awfully good. Thurman on Cardona, short. Another rebound for Fowler.
Cardona undersized, but boy, is he real effective inside the paint, both on offense and defense.
A pretty wide body, though he just stands at junior from Port Lavaca, Texas, on the coast.
Charles type forward, right? Undersized, round bound of rebound.
I think he'll accept that compliment as Brendan Fowler hits the jumper. He has 6 in the early going.
Where's his number, right? Cardona?
Yep, 34. 8 in a row for the Chaparrals. And a blocking foul. Lucky just got to the spot too late. That's his first.
Pegas, if you look at this man's body, who just tractored inside there, 21. Now he'll exit the game. He is one of the more chiseled and well put together specimens in this Heartland Conference tournament.
Transfer from Abilene Christian. Senior from Fort Worth, Texas. And Lev will come out also for Newman. Kevin Bryant wearing number 44, sophomore from Germany. Bryant at just over 3 points a game. Also Jarvis Williams, junior from Jackson, Mississippi, has the ball now, and a quick shot off the bench, off the mark.
He's an energizer bunny and will take a lot of shots for Newman.
38 threes for him this year. Still an 8-0 Chaparral run. Marcus Schuster, now Fowler. One of the two-man game, but ball is taken away by Nawasu. Layup short by Cortrell Colbert, but Williams saves it for the Jets. And he draws the foul on Arrington. Couple of threes, the only field goals for Newman so far. Lubbock Christian, 5 of 8 from the floor. 4-point lead for the 2 seeds in Tulsa.
Cheer for the stumbles. That he should have had that. And the tears that linger. For in those moments, greatness lies. There, you will find the provoked, the determined, the unified. It's in those moments that champions are born.
The academics at LCU, they're very strenuous, but they're worthwhile.
I would honestly say that the academics are top-notch. Being in small classrooms and getting to have those personal relationships with your professors really enhances the academic environment and academic experience. It's very easy to learn when you have professors who genuinely know you and genuinely care about your growth intellectually.
Believe, belong, be blue at Lubbock Christian University.
Lubbock Christian has finished in the top 3 in the league all 3 years they've been in the Heartland Conference, but this is their first Heartland Conference tournament game. First year they've been eligible. Todd Duncan, his 5th season as head coach of the Chaparrals, 83 victories. He's done an awfully good job up in West Texas.
Already lost the jacket early, just like Fort Smith's head coach in game 1 earlier today, Josh Newman.
Much like his counterpart on the women's side, as Newman turns the ball over, ball through the hands of Nawasu. Steve Gomez, the head coach of the top-ranked team in the nation on the women's side in Lubbock Christian. Both him and Duncan spending quite a few years in Lubbock. Duncan 15 seasons as the AD and head boys basketball coach at Trinity Christian School.
Took over for longtime coach John Copeland, who had good success at Lubbock Christian.
Cardona, the reverse on Thurman. Nice move, 10 in a row.
I told you. Looks like Mr. Barkley down inside.
Nawasu off the mark. Newman settling for a lot of threes here.
That's what they do.
Let's go to Drew Brent.
All right, guys, you might notice that Brandon Fowler has been out of the game for just a few moments. He sat out due to a nosebleed being treated to by athletic trainers. He should be back here in just a few moments.
Okay, thanks so much, Drew. And we will keep an eye on number 12 for Lubbock Christian, who had 6 in the early going. Thurman, that won't count, charge.
Yeah, good help side defense there. Thurman was able to slip inside, hit the shot. Nice job sliding over by Rogers. And then a quick double fist pump.
Pegas back on the floor and Thurman comes out. These two teams split the season series. Newman winning at home February 6th, 84-76, 14 threes in that contest.
Newman has switched to his own. See how Lubbock Christian handles this. They have some three-point makers.
Cardona, the 17-footer.
Pretty impressive player. You walk off the bus, he doesn't look like your prototypical basketball player. Looks more like a 6'2" right-handed relief pitcher.
Newman's just forcing too much. Williams off the mark. Cardona the board. 12 in a row for the Chaparrals, looking for more here. Arrington inside layup. Tyler Rogers. Mark Potter calls timeout.
How about that? Dime dropped off by the Carlsbad, New Mexico native. He is one of the best assist players in the Heartland Conference. That was pretty.
14 in a row for Lubbock Christian. The 2 seeds up double figures.
Celebrate the soggy shoes and the slow starts. Celebrate the lessons learned along the way. These are the wins. Not the shiny, nail-biting kind. These are the last a lifetime kind.
David Salzman, Sean Tiemann, Drew Brent with you. Lubbock Christian, 8 of 11 shooting. Newman, 2 of 8. 14 straight points for the 2-seeded Chaparrals. Newman's women, the 7 seed, falling yesterday to the 2 seed in Fort Smith by 9. Turnover. Third for the Jets. Jets look out of sorts so far. And then maybe a walk, yes, on Arrington, the extra step.
Looked good, though, on that spin move again. He used that on the last offensive made basket to create some space, and then the drop-off for the assist.
No points in the paint yet for the Jets. Their field goals from beyond the arc by Love and Thurman. Pegas doubled and sails the cross-court pass. What a nifty save by Williams. And to the rim, Taylor Schieber.
Yeah, that was awfully acrobatic for Williams. Very impressive.
And that ends the long drought. Newman still plays their zone. Cardona moves on Pegas and turns it over.
I thought he had an opportunity there one-on-one with a post-up matchup to take it to the rack, and he elected to dribble out underside the stanchion and throw it to the far side.
I think that's what Tyler Rogers thought too. I think he was streaking to the hoop to try to get the offensive board.
Cardona should believe in himself offensively.
Catch and shoot, Jalen Love. Follow good, that's Kevin Bryant, 4 in a row for Newman.
He's a high energy guy off the bench. He's your garbage man, and well, that put back, able to drop it through. They've cut it to 6.
Yep, their leading offensive rebounder coming in. 3 points, 5 boards a game overall. Left open, Marcus Schuster.
Can't do that. They knock down wide open jump shots from 3.
First 3 for the day, 38th on the year for Schuster, who leads the squad. $15 to shoot. Pegas moves on Cardona. Squeeze through the double, but short. They leave Marcus Schuster open again.
And another one goes down for Schuster. Lots of momentum in this first half, right out of the gates for Lubbock Christian.
I think sync is the key word so far. Lubbock Christian looks in sync, and Newman, just a lot of one-on-one stuff like that. Yeah, they're athletic and quick, but just not a lot of flow to their offense so far.
Yeah, you see Lubbock Christian when they work, not only in transition, but in the half-court offense. Most of the time, everyone's pulling on the same string.
Jets frustrated so far. Lubbock Christian, 6 in a row on 2 threes. Good hustle on both ends, but it's the Jets down a dozen.
Sportsmanship is defined as the conduct and attitude of participants in sports, especially when considered commendable as in fair play, courtesy, and grace in winning or losing.
Sportsmanship is a key value found within St. Edward's University Athletic.
How do you play?
Fairness.
Honesty.
Respect.
Playing sports gives us
Character.
Friendship.
Strength. Respect the players.
Respect the coaches.
Respect the officials.
Respect the game.
We are.
We are.
We are.
We are St. Edward's University.
We respect the game. It's not whether you win or lose, it's how you play the game.
Lubbock Christian, 10 of 13 shooting. Newman just 4 of 14. And for more on the Jets, here's Drew.
Guys, coming out of that last time out, Newman was really, really struggling, trying to find that offensive rhythm. And the one key word from the entire coaching staff was execution. We've got to make some shots, and we cannot continue to leave the open perimeter shots. So the three-point shooting game for Lubbock Christian has really hurt Newman, and so far the key word has been execution for Newman coming out of that last time out.
See how more poised they are here. Long three falls. That's Cortrell Colbert.
He's a native Oklahoman, has played some high school playoff games at the Class 6A level in this city here in Tulsa. Had a lot of success. Colbert can score in bunches for Newman.
Yep, he averages 8 a game coming in. That's his 13th three of the season. Looking to answer, Tyler Rogers.
Looked like an afterthought as he pump fakes a little bit and then fully rose up and put it through.
Off the bench, 11 points a game, just his 9th three of the year, 22% before that one. 11 of 14 now, the Chaparrals. Just their first Heartland tournament game ever. It's out of bounds to the Jets. Newman wants the fast pace, but Lubbock Christian's on pace to hit the century mark.
And it's real efficient how they operate.
Thurman back on the floor for Newman. Here he is with the basketball. Pegas down low, triple. And shot clock goes off, it's a violation. The buzzer had sounded on the shot clock, and so our crew discussing. And they're actually going to give a foul to Lubbock Christian. So before the shot clock goes off, Pegas to the line as Rydrell Holman is called for his first. Pegas 82% from the stripe. Guess they're more than any Jet. 1 of 2 on that trip.
Yeah, he'll need to have a big game for Newman. Now that they're down 11, he'll be a factor, double-double type guy.
That pass through the hands of Matthew Alford, saved by Lucky. Seven to shoot. Lucky from the elbow. Jalen Love with the board, here he comes. Colbert. (25-14) the score, Lubbock Christian by 11. Lubbock Christian beginning to miss a few. That off the mark from Holman and out of bounds to the Jets.
Offensively, last couple of trips down, not as crisp in their ball movement, their cuts.
Winner of this game gets the winner of our next matchup at 5, 3 seed Dallas Baptist, 6 seed Texas Permian Basin. Dallas Baptist a chance to get the 1 seed and the regular season conference crown Monday, but fell in double overtime at home to Rogers State. Dropped the Patriots all the way down to the 3rd seed. Catch and shoot, Nawasu. We have Newman for 3 of 9 from beyond the arc. Alford, his first 2. Senior from El Paso, Texas. They double Thurman as he picks up the dribble. Jump ball. Still Newman basketball, 16 to shoot.
It did look like Thurman was expecting that when it came.
I think you said it best at the top. This Lubbock Christian team knows what it's doing. not a lot of improvisation, playing within themselves and within their system on both ends of the floor.
14 points in 12 minutes for Newman. And Lubbock Christian showing why it's the best defensive team of Heartland.
Sometimes you just can't stop that. Quick spin move from Colbert. He'll go to the line for the three-point play opportunity.
Colbert had a better season last year, but with their D1 transfers coming in this year, his numbers went down. Colbert still can be effective and impact a game.
70% from the line. Still an 11-point game, but that's off who?
I think one off
Newman.
Bryant. Yeah.
Jeff Mollum, our referee. Virgil Regans, Vance Thomas, our umpires here for game number 2 of 4. Men's semis begin tomorrow at 5. We know Fort Smith will be one of the participants, winning earlier today over St. Mary's 87-79. Rogers faces up on Bryant. Another field goal. 4 now. Or rather, I'm sorry, 7 for Tyler Rogers.
Nice job by Rogers once he turned, squaring his shoulders up to the basket. Almost did that in the middle of his jump up to shoot the basketball.
And Bryant, that's just an example of them forcing things too much. Traveling call, Lubbock Christian basketball. 29-16 the score. Chaparral's looking good so far in their first ever Heartland Conference Tournament game.
You are a collection of moments, ambition, lessons, and ideas. Learning isn't buildings or borders. It goes beyond the classroom to places you never imagined. What you do with it makes all the difference in the world. Discover a more dynamic you, a more employable you. Discover the international you at Texas A&M International University.
The first step to discovering the world starts by discovering who you are and who God created you to be. You have the potential to change the world by learning how to serve the world. We can show you how. Dallas Baptist University, developing servant leaders, transforming lives.
Well, Lubbock Christian continues to shoot the ball very well, 72%. Newman really struggling, Sean. 6 of 18 overall, 3 of 9 from beyond the arc. They're being out-rebounded 12-6.
Right now, just not clicking offensively for head coach Mark Potter. Mentioned the number of threes. Half their shots have been from three-point range. 9 takes, 18 total shot attempts. So they're going to have to figure something out and figure it out quick.
Yeah, over 40% of their shots coming in are from beyond the arc, so it's not unusual that 50% so far. Good block by Nawasu, and here comes Williams. Lost the dribble and then just found it right in his hands. Hello, and the layup falls.
Boy, that was a blur. And that's what they'll have to do to jump back in this game, is utilize defense, turn it into transition offense.
To the rim, strong move for Holman. Junior from Amarillo, Texas, just north of Lubbock. 31-18 now. Newman's the type of offense, when shots are falling, it looks pretty. And when it doesn't, it just looks a little rushed.
All out of rhythm right now.
Catch and shoot 3, Nawasu. Fourth 3 for Newman. Nawasu's first, he's on the scoreboard for the first time. Came in averaging 10 a game, 5th on the squad. Rogers. A rare shot, you can say, was ill-advised for Lubbock Christian so far.
Lubbock Christian now in his own defense.
Easton Julian wearing number 32, setting the screen for Williams. And a foul on Lucky, that's his second. Lucky's teammates picking him up so far, as he just has 2 points, averaging 15 a game coming in, and he goes to the bench. In fact, Fowler, Cardona, and Marcus Schuster all check in for Lubbock Christian. Chance to get it to single digits here. Just under 6 minutes to go first half. Good job, Lubbock Christian, preventing really any penetration by Newman, and then the turnover on Williams.
Yeah, Newman just had the basketball moving faster than we'd seen it in their offensive half-court game right there, but still ineffective.
Here's Arrington bringing the ball down. Marcus Schuster pacing Lubbock Christian with 8 points so far. And Brennan Fowler on the floor after being banged up earlier. Arrington looking for him. Also finds Cordona down low with position. The layup falls.
About 2 or 3 pump fakes there, and finally Pegas flew right by him.
6 points, 5 boards for the junior. Expecting the pass was Schuster. Drives on Williams. Fowler the follow.
Now they had numbers, good body control by Fowler, trying to rebound that one, and right over the front of the rim, was able to bat it back up and through after the Schuster steal with those lanky, long arms defensively for Lubbock Christian.
Newman uses its second timeout, just 2 remaining now, as the Jets find themselves down 14 to Lubbock Christian. Lubbock Christian, winners of 10 of 12, 20 and 8 overall. As Fowler cleans things up. Let's go to Drew.
Well, guys, earlier on we were talking about Coach Mark Potter and his discussion with his team. We really want to see execution. The last thing that he said to his players coming out of this last timeout was, guys, we've got to make them uncomfortable in transition and in the paint. So far, the bigs underneath have really given them fits. They're just trying to find a way to stop the offensive rhythm of Lubbock Christian right now.
Thanks so much, Mark Potter, longtime head coach of the Jets, now in his 18th season. And for Lubbock Christian, they've just remained patient defensively. He's led Newman to rush things at times. That's an open look for Thurman.
And they need more of that. Good pump fake, far corner by Colbert. Able to dribble in and penetrate, draw the defense, and that's how you bust a zone.
Thurman, transfer from Missouri State, now with 6. Inside, Colbert wrestled it away at the jump. Still Lubbock Christian ball with 15 on the shot clock. It's been a year of transition for Newman. Mentioned the Division I transfers coming in this year, and they lost Reggie Baker, last year's Heartland Conference Newcomer of the Year. Scored 21 points a game for the Jets a season ago, but transferred to Savannah State.
Transferred up, pretty rare.
2 on the shot clock. Cardona off the mark. Here come the Jets again, Love. Another 3. 6 in a row, now Lubbock Christian calls timeout.
And just like that, it's down to 8, single-digit lead. Love, featured in the intro, can really hit shots. If they start cooking from the outside, it could be a different game.
Newman's name apropos, the Jets up tempo, and the 3 has them within 8 here in Tulsa.
I'm getting a lot for my money here at LCU.
The value of coming to LCU is priceless. I mean, you get to work around professionals who love you dearly, who love what they're doing, and to put those two together, you can't put a price on it.
I think the most valuable thing about LCU is that I'm receiving an excellent education, but I'm also being spiritually guided through that education.
If a student is on the fence about coming to LCU, this place is one that will change your life forever.
Believe, belong, be blue at Lubbock Christian University.
Brennan Fowler cleaning things up for Lubbock Christian, 8 points, and 3 rebounds in just 6 minutes of work, but the 3-ball keeping the Jets in it, Sean, 6 of 12.
And it was a transition 3 for Jalen Love. They're going to need transition points, and they've already had a chance here with the 3s to cut it to single digits. We'll see how they play defensively.
Holman with the answer. Lubbock Christian 4 of 8 from long range.
Too late of a closeout. Holman's a guy that can hit that shot if he's open.
They are 68% from the floor, 17 to 25. Colbert challenges Fowler, and Fowler wins it. Fowler from Smyer, Texas, the turnaround off the mark. Smyer just west of Lubbock. We saw his sister Haley yesterday with the top-ranked team in the nation, Lubbock Christian women. Another 3, this time by Nawasu, his second. Can Newman make stops? That's the question.
That's the big question of the day. If they can throughout this tournament, they have a good chance of advancing.
Lubbock Christian 68%, but just up 8 here. Nine to shoot, Cardona. Arrington steps back, foot on the line, short. They can get him 5 with the 3 here. Thurman to the rim, and 2 free throws coming. The quick move on Cardona.
Yeah, just a little bit faster than Cardona, and Thurman able to blast past him to the rim.
Well, this team has some athletes. Here's Gavin Thurman on the drive. %79% from the line coming in. Jinxed him. He has 6. Jalen Love and Nawasu with 6 as well. So the 3 D1 transfers pacing the Jets in scoring so far. Deficit down to 7 for the Jets. Maybe looking at the trap here. They'll back off as Arrington takes it down the floor.
Rock steady as a ball handler for Lubbock Christian.
Arrington, their leading assist man, 4.5 a game coming in. 11 to shoot. Maybe the biggest contrast in styles we'll see all tournament, these two teams. 4 to shoot now. Arrington may have to force it again, and it gets the roll.
A little kiss off the glass. That was pretty for Arrington. Knew it was dripping down and had to launch.
Not bad for his first 2. Foul on the floor, and it'll be free throws. Holman picks up his 2nd. That's Lubbock Christian's 8th. Newman just 3 fouls so far this half. Here's Love. 66% from the line coming in. 2 free throws late in overtime Saturday helped the Jets to defeat St. Edwards in the regular season finale. Put Newman at 9 and 11 in conference play coming in. They're the 7th seed.
And like Gavin Thurman, Wichita, Kansas natives who came back home to wrap up their collegiate careers. The transfers.
Well, Wichita's an exciting place for basketball, huh? All these great talent coming out of high school in the Wichita area. Of course, you have Newman and the Shockers of Wichita State, electrifying that city over the past few years.
X-Man played there, didn't he?
Yeah, X-Man a year. Oh, that's some good history there. Yeah, years ago.
Xavier McDaniel. Of course, most recent memory, they've had some real good teams with good guard play led by Van Vliet and company for Greg Marshall.
Yep, Van Vliet's still there and now healthy.
They played today.
They played today, beat Loyola of Illinois, and they won't get a great seed because they struggled early without Van Vliet. Say that real fast, but they'll be a tough out come tourney time. 12 to shoot. Alfer back on the floor, and his pass tipped. Love the steal. They can get it to within 4 here. Pegas the board, and he's fouled. Cardona bumped in him. I believe that's on him.
I thought it was a little bit of bad shot selection there, but you had a rebounder underneath, so that helps out. And Pegas did have the interior position on a couple of shots for Lubbock Christian. And now they've been able to also go to the free throw line. That's helped cut away at the lead that Lubbock Christian had possessed. Boy, defending with his back there to the offensive player. Cardona was caught in no man's land.
At the 4-minute mark, Newman was just 1 of 3 from the line, but in the last 2.5 minutes, now 4 of 5 with 1 more to come. They have it to within 6. Under a minute to go, first half. Rogers. I think Colbert got the tip, but out of bounds. 9 on the shot clock for Lubbock Christian.
Almost had a steal, and if he had fully seized control, was headed direction with another fast break opportunity for Newman.
Mark Potter likes what he sees. His team stepping up defensively the last couple of minutes. Catch and shoot from the corner, way off. Rogers gets to it first. Shot clock did not reset. Arrington short, and here comes Thurman. Colbert, that's a foul. 2 more free throws coming.
And now a lot more energy for Newman as Owasu rushes to his teammate underneath the basket near the stanchion to help him up off the deck. Colbert grabs the left side of his face. Hopefully he's all right. I think he banged heads with Arrington, who also grabbed the right side of his head near the temple.
Sean, this was 35-21 with 4:45 left. Free throw off the mark, but still, there's a 13-5 run by the Jets to get them back in it here.
It's been impressive, as it really didn't look like they had any semblance what they wanted to do offensively with the basketball.
Oddly enough, Lubbock Christians look better when they've been quicker.
They couldn't hit free throws there.
Yeah, they've been slowing it down the last few possessions, and will here. 21 to shoot, 33 in the game clock. Newman now 5 of 11 from the line. Fowler. This is Michael Grant wearing number 4 on the floor. Now with 8 to shoot. Marcus Schuster runs over a defender. Oh, they'll get a block, and the entire Newman bench is incensed.
Well, to the naked eye, it looked like a charge, but I'd have to see the replay to tell if the defender was set. I thought he was. Bryant, still moving. His feet weren't necessarily moving, but his body was.
Lubbock Christian can take the final shot, and that's exactly what Todd Duncan's telling his team. He yells, "I want one shot." Marcus Schuster will hold on to it here. 8 points in the first half. Now 8 seconds left. For 3. Big shot late in the half. Love from long range off the mark, and the Chaparrals will take a 9-point lead to the locker room. Over 60% from the floor. The 2 seed Lubbock Christian leads the 7 seed in Newman, 43-34 at the half.
Conference. Get in the game. Heartland Conference. Get in the game.
I'm getting a lot for my money here at LCU.
The value of coming to LCU is priceless. I mean, you get to work around professionals who love you dearly, who love what they're doing, and to put those two together, you can't put a price on it.
I think the most valuable thing about LCU is that I'm receiving an excellent education, but I'm also being spiritually guided through that education.
If a student is on the fence about coming to LCU, this place is one that will change your life forever.
Believe, belong, be blue at Lubbock Christian University.
cheer for the stumbles, the he shoulda had that's, and the tears that linger. For in those moments, greatness lies. There, you will find the provoked, the determined, the unified. It's in those moments that champions are born.
The academics at LCU, they're very strenuous, but they're worthwhile.
I would honestly say that the academics are top-notch. Being in small classrooms and getting to have those personal relationships with your professors really enhances the academic environment and academic experience. It's very easy to learn when you have professors who genuinely know you and genuinely care about your growth intellectually.
Believe, belong, be blue at Lubbock Christian University.
We are here today in the Rip Griffin Center at the men's and women's basketball games, and we presented a wish to Angel Martinez. We brought him in as our guest. Throughout the whole game, we would have little contests and things that he would win. Our first surprise was to do a name drawing, and then he got a signed basketball from our basketball players. Our second surprise for Angel was he got to go on the court and drive a remote control car into each Star Wars figure, and every one that he hit, he got a prize. And then his final surprise was a fake costume contest, which it was actually his wish reveal that we got to grant him.
So everybody thinks this is a costume contest, but it actually isn't. We're actually here for someone much more special to us. So that special someone is Angel Martinez. You're going to Legoland!
The best part about this is that all of the athletes and a lot of the community here at LSU get to come together and work really hard to raise this money just so that we can make someone's day extremely special.
When you meet a St. Mary's graduate, when you meet anybody that has any sort of involvement with St. Mary's, you'll see that they're all good people. In fact, they're great people that care about the community, that care about what they do on a daily basis. And I'm proud to have had the opportunity to attend a university that cares so much about community, about students, and really does give back in a way that can't be matched around the nation.
Sportsmanship is defined as the conduct and attitude of participants in sports, especially when considered commendable as in fair play, courtesy, and grace in winning or losing.
Sportsmanship is a key value found within St. Edward's University Athletic.
How do you play?
Fairness.
Honesty.
Respect.
Playing sports gives us
Character.
Friendship.
Strength. Respect the players.
Respect the coaches.
Respect the officials.
respect the game.
We are
St. Edward's University.
We respect the game. It's not whether you win or lose, it's how you play the game.
The first step to discovering the world starts by discovering who you are and who God created you to be. You have the potential to change the world by learning how to serve the world. We can show you how. Dallas Baptist University, developing servant leaders, transforming lives.
You are a collection of moments, ambition, lessons, and ideas. Learning isn't buildings or borders. It goes beyond the classroom to places you never imagined. What you do with it makes all the difference in the world. Discover a more dynamic you, a more employable you. Discover the international you at Texas A&M International University.
Celebrate the soggy shoes, and the slow starts. Celebrate the lessons learned along the way. These are the wins. Not the shiny nail-biting kind. These are the last a lifetime kind.
If you're the band Europe, you love a final countdown. It's what you do. If you want to save 15% or more on car insurance, you switch to Geico. It's what you do.
Heartland Conference. Get in the game. Heartland Conference. Get in the game.
I'm getting a lot for my money here at LCU.
The value of coming to LCU is priceless. I mean, you get to work around professionals who love you dearly, who love what they're doing, and to put those two together, you can't put a price on it.
I think the most valuable thing about LCU is that I'm receiving an excellent education, but I'm also being spiritually guided through that education.
If a student is on the fence about coming to LCU, this place is one that will change your life forever.
Believe, belong, be blue at Lubbock Christian University.
Cheer for the stumbles. The he shoulda had that's. And the tears that linger. For in those moments, greatness lies. There you will find the provoked, the determined, the unified. It's in those moments that champions are born.
The academics at LCU, they're very strenuous, but they're worthwhile.
I would honestly say that the academics are top-notch. Being in small classrooms and getting to have those personal relationships with your professors really enhances the academic environment and academic experience. It's very easy to learn when you have professors who genuinely know you and genuinely care about your growth intellectually.
Believe, belong, be blue at Lubbock Christian University.
We are here today in the Rip Griffin Center at the men's and women's basketball games, and we presented a wish to Angel Martinez. We brought him in as our guest. Throughout the whole game, we would have little contests and things that he would win. Our first surprise was to do a name drawing, and then he got a signed basketball from our basketball players. Our second surprise for Angel was he got to go on the court and drive a remote control car into each Star Wars figure, and every one that he hit, he got a prize. And then his final surprise was a fake costume contest, which it was actually his wish reveal that we got to grant him.
So everybody thinks this is a costume contest, but it actually isn't. We're actually here for someone much more special to us. So that special someone is Angel Martinez. You're going to Legoland!
The best part about this is that all of the athletes and a lot of the community here at LSU get to come together and work really hard to raise this money just so that we can make someone's day extremely special.
When you meet a St. Mary's graduate, when you meet anybody that has any sort of involvement with St. Mary's, you'll see that they're all good people. In fact, they're great people that care about the community, that care about what they do on a daily basis. And I'm proud to have had the opportunity to attend a university that cares so much about community, about students, and really does give back in a way that can't be matched around the nation.
Sportsmanship is defined as the conduct and attitude of participants in sports, especially when considered commendable as in fair play, courtesy, and grace in winning or losing.
Sportsmanship is a key value found within St. Edward's University Athletic.
How do you play?
Fairness.
Honesty.
Respect.
Playing sports gives us
Character.
Friendship.
Strength. Respect the players.
Respect the coaches.
Respect the officials.
respect the game.
We are.
We are.
We are.
We are St. Edward's University.
We respect the game. It's not whether you win or lose, it's how you play the game.
Back here in Tulsa as is leading 43-34 here in Game 2 of the Heartland Conference Championship in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Drew Britt here along with you. We're going to send it back to David and Sean courtside for the second half, guys.
All right, Drew, thanks so much. David Salzman, Sean Tiemann with you, along with Drew from Hammond's Arena, the UMAC in Tulsa. 43-34, as Drew mentioned, the Chaparral lead. 61% shooting for Lubbock Christian, Sean. 19 of 31. They're 5 of 11 from beyond the arc. That's more or less canceled out. Newman 7 of shooting from long range, but overall the Jets just 44%.
Well, Newman has to make three-point shots for them to be effective offensively. Down the stretch, they're in the last 6 or 8 minutes of the first half, able to add it down to single digits right now at the half, a 9-point lead. Newman will have to continue to fire from three, 14 attempts, and they make half those in that first half.
10 assists for Lubbock Christian, 5 for Marcus Arrington. They're led by 11 points from Marcus Schuster and Brendan Fowler, 8 points and 4 boards. Scoring for Newman, 8 for Jalen Love, 7 for Gavin Thurman. Daniel Nwasu with 6 points, 3 boards, and Kurtrell Colbert with points the first half. This game, look at the winner of our next contest, which is set to start at 5. The 3rd seed Dallas Baptist, the 6th seed Texas Permian Basin, and then the nightcap at 7:30. The 4th seed Texas A&M International, and the 5 seed St. Edwards. We know the winner of our nightcap, Sean, will take on Arkansas Fort Smith. But the top seeds in this tournament were tested. St. Mary's had the game tied with about 8 minutes left, and Fort Smith a nice run to put them up 10. They would hold off the Rattlers for an 8-point victory, 87-79. The men's semis begins tomorrow at 5. Women's semis tomorrow at noon with the top-ranked team in the nation, Lubbock Christian, taking on St. Mary's. And then the second game will pit Arkansas Fort Smith and the 6th seed in St. Edwards.
Should be a fun time. Expect bigger crowds over the weekend sessions for the semis tomorrow and the championship on Sunday. You mentioned Fort Smith with that 8 for St. Mary's team. It's pretty efficient offensively, I thought, in the game, showing how they've grown up throughout the Heartland Conference season. But 5 in double figures, led by Tulsa native, Hale product Devontae Thomas with 20. Seth Youngblood, another Oklahoman for Fort Smith out of Roland, pitched in with 18. It hit 4 threes, was big in the second half when he needed to be.
Sorry, Sean, and much like Fort Smith, this Lubbock Christian team really wanting a win here. Obviously, they want to win the conference tournament, get the automatic bid to the NCAAs. But Lubbock is ranked 6th in the South Central region. We know 8 from the region will make the NCAA tournament, so a win here will help their at-large chances greatly. A loss, maybe they'll get, but they'll really have to sweat it out when the NCAA tournament committee announces who will make the Division II national tournament.
For this conference, it To see 3 men's teams in the regionals and the NCAA Division II tournament.
And that can happen. Lubbock Christian 6th, Arkansas Fort Smith 7, and Dallas Baptist, who we'll see next, is ranked 8th. West Texas A&M ranked 9th out of the Lone Star Conference, but very good news for the Heartland. West Texas A&M lost to Cameron in the Lone Star tournament yesterday. And the 10 seed Colorado Mesa, or the 10th ranked team rather in the region, Colorado Mesa, will take on the Colorado School of Mines in the semifinals of the RMAC later today. We'll keep track of that one. A 3 for Arrington, and Lubbock Christian up a dozen. Lubbock Christian remains over 60% shooting. Catch and shoot, Nawasu answers.
Yeah, they've switched to a zone again here for Lubbock Christian, and Nawasu, the Montana transfer. Chance from outside and makes hay right there.
Newman has the offense to get back into this quickly. Can they stop Lubbock Christian, however? 47 is the score, Chaparrals by 9. Six to shoot. Arrington spins on Colbert and traveling Kolb. Just the 5th turnover for Lubbock Christian.
He didn't have many options to feed the ball to once he was in deep on that penetration for Lubbock Christian's point guard, Arrington.
They have taken that shot clock down quite a bit. Going back to about 6-7 minutes left in the first half. They played faster to begin the game. Pegas fakes the 3 and draws contact. I would have counted, but 2 free throws coming.
Just an afterthought throwing it up because of the contact. Had a chance to drop it. It hit the front of the rim and bounced away. Just a little bit too strong off the window for Pegas.
So we see the replay again. Pegas gets to the line more than any other Jet. Senior from Fort Worth, Texas. Transfer from Abilene Christian. 82% from the stripe coming in. 2 of 4 today. Newman 5 of 11 from the line. We have not seen a Lubbock Christian free throw yet today.
Somewhat amazing, but they made shots early in the game.
Newman hanging around down 7, but can they get another defensive stop here? They forced the turnover last time. 46-39 the score. Steal, Pegas anticipates the pass. Challenging Cardona, good enough foul, deficit down to 5.
Pegas active right there, was able to bat the ball away, then gather it in with the dribble and went one-on-one with Cardona, who defiantly looks at the official as if to say, I didn't make much contact there. Can you just give him the 2 and call it good?
That said, and give Pegas credit, he did draw the contact.
Thought he hit his left leg. Pegas was going up with the shot.
After the early 3 by Lubbock Christian this half, 7 in a row by the Jets here from Wichita, Kansas. A.J. Lucky quiet in the first half. 2 points for the first team all-conference performer. He has the ball now. Gets by Love. To the rim, the reverse.
Almost double pumped right there as he had to go under the rim and out the other side.
Working quickly as usual. They wanted to travel on Pegas, didn't get it. And now an offensive foul called. Pegas will be called for the push down low. We'll see the replay as we have a warning on Newman head coach Mark Potter voicing his displeasure at Jeff Mollum for that foul down low. You've seen him quite a bit as voice of Rogers State. I've seen him a few times. As intense a coach as you'll see in the Heartland Conference. A good one, but intense as well.
Yeah, and pretty definitive warning there from Jeff Mollum, the official. He loves coaching, loves the game.
18 years as head coach of the Jets. He's seen his team get to within 6. Cardona backing in on Thurman, and they'll get a walk. Todd Duncan thought Pegas should have been called for the reach in instead of turnover. These two teams split the season series, each winning on its home floor. Thurman back to within 4.
Well, they need shots to drop, and they've, I think, closed up some of those deficiencies defensively here to start the second half that we saw in the first half.
9 for Thurman. Came in averaging 15 a contest. Yeah, to your point, this offense looks a lot calmer and in rhythm. Oh, the block from behind and a foul, and Jalen Love better be careful as he takes the run away from Vance Thomas. Good call.
Victory lap.
Now he turns around, he's talking to Jeff Mullum saying,
Don't
did you
do
see
that
the foul
again."
too? I look pretty clean from back here, but our crew had a better look. Lucky 82% from the line.
Scores a lot of his points from the free throw line, and for whatever, really has not been on track at all in this game yet.
Oh, we take another look at it. The contact after the swat. Lucky made the second, so a 5-point Lubbock Christian lead. Holman checks in, and Lucky to the bench. Thurman doubled inside. Jalen Love to the line.
Yeah, good look from Thurman baseline to find Love underneath. He had to go against two bigs inside for Lubbock Christian and did just enough to hang in the air, draw the foul, almost put it in.
Newman led 6-2 in the early going. Lubbock Christian then ran off 12 straight. They've led ever since, and their biggest lead's been 14, but Newman can get it to within 3. Love 4th on the team in scoring, just under 11 a game. 3 assist contests lead the Jets. 49-46.
This is how I expected Newman to play right out of the gates in the first half. They had a good start briefly over the first 2 minutes, but then fell behind by double figures. I think we'll have a close game here down the stretch.
Yeah, for a fast team like them, I think they played just too fast in the first half. A lot of rush shots. They've calmed down now. Here on the conference's biggest stage. Offensive foul. Arrington. And Newman, one of the best three-point shooting teams in the conference, can tie with the 3. When we return, Todd Duncan voicing his displeasure to our officiating crew for that offensive foul.
Cheer for the stumbles. That he should have had that. And the tears that linger. For in those moments, greatness lies. There, you will find the provoked, the determined, the unified. It's in those moments that champions are born.
The academics at LCU, they're very strenuous, but they're worthwhile.
I would honestly say that the academics are top-notch. Being in small classrooms and getting to have those personal relationships with your professors really enhances the academic environment and academic experience. It's very easy to learn when you have professors who genuinely know you and genuinely care about your growth intellectually.
Believe, belong, be blue at Lubbock Christian University.
Lubbock Christian up 14 at one point. They were up 9 at the break, but outscored in the second half 12-6. Newman, Sean Tiemann, 3 of 5 from the floor this half, 5 of 5 from the charity stripe.
Yeah, they need shots to fall. Newman now down 3. We haven't yet played 5 minutes here in this second half, but it seems like they have grabbed a little bit of the momentum and some of the foul calls while the offensive side have gone against Lubbock Christian. That's slowed down their pace offensively in the half-court game.
Pegas finds Bryant.
Right, nice cut without the basketball. Bryant off the bench, slashes in, cut it to 1.
Bryant with 4. Again, the pressure on Lubbock Christian for sure. Newman needs to win the whole thing to get to the NCAAs. Lubbock Christian will sweat it out. Possible at-large team. If they lose today, certainly their bid in jeopardy as Tyler Rogers calms things down for the Chaparrals.
A nice looking shot, curled around a screen and right in between that semicircle.
Long three for the tie, Nawasu. That's really the first rush shot we've seen from them here this half, and it was quite a ways away from the line.
Newman's much better offensively when they make 2 or 3 passes first. Bad feed there.
Turnovers piling up. Bryant off balance. However, the 3 to tie falls for Schieber.
Schieber's one of the better three-point shooters in the conference. Doesn't necessarily take the most shots on this team for the Jets, but it has the potential to drain him from deep.
40% of the arc coming with the left hand, too hard by Schuster. Newman can take the lead. Love the wild shot. Pegas fighting for the board. Hits it off of Rogers, out of bounds. Newman basketball.
Yeah, ultimate hustle right there for Pegas as he bounded that one off of a defender for the Chaps. Their energy is right where they need it to be here now in this second half, almost 6 minutes in.
Yeah, this is where it looks their athleticism is really playing a part now, because they're playing much more within themselves. Newman has not led since very early on. Bryant throws it away right into the hands of Holman. Inside Rogers.
Left that back door wide open and he crawled right through it.
Our first game closed throughout. Lubbock Christian up by 14 in the first half here, but now close as we expected. For the lead, Schieber. Two chaperones tipped the rebound. Somehow it went to the hands of Marcus Schuster. And Pegas from behind wrestled it away. And then on the second effort, 2 free throws coming as Schieber pushes Schuster down.
On the other end, 4 players careened inside the paint, cracked bodies and fell to the deck. Looked like the 2-7 split there.
The left hip keeping that ball alive for Schuster, and now we see him at the line. First attempts today, 87% on the year, 92% in conference play before that make. Thurman returns with 9 points. Kevin Bryant checks out. So Newman had tied it up, but free throw will give Lubbock Christian 4 in a row. We saw this in the first game as well. St. Mary's went on a big run in the second half, erased an 11-point deficit, then before you knew it, they were down 8. As Fort Smith responded with a run of their own. Schieber splitting 2 defenders, pretty.
Well, they thought he was going to raise up for 3, and he knew that, so hit the pedal to the metal there and flashed inside quickly.
7 for Schieber. Schuster finds Rogers. And I think that's tipped off Holman. It hit the clock above the backboard. Little Maravich-esque. Let's see the draw by Taylor Schieber here. Yeah, maybe not that much, but a nice move. Thurman drives on Lucky. 16 still to shoot. Schieber for the lead. Got this one. Newman up for the first time in ages.
Well, Schieber, big-time shooter in the junior college ranks at Pratt Community College in Kansas, a native of Derby, right near Wichita. And how about the Jets?
Answer, first team all-conference player does.
And now it's getting good here in Tulsa.
His first 3 of the day, 35th of the season. Wants another. Got it!
I can do better, says Schieber to Lucky and Lubbock Christian.
11 threes for Newman. Bump on the drive, shot doesn't count. Colbert the foul. Getting good is right. Both teams stepping up. Taylor Schieber in the second half. 2 straight threes, and the 7th seed Jets up 1.
Sportsmanship is defined as the conduct and attitude of participants in sports, especially when considered commendable as in fair play, courtesy, and grace in winning or losing.
Sportsmanship is a key value found within St. Edward's University Athletic.
How do you play?
Fairness,
Honesty.
Respect.
playing sports gives us
Character.
Friendship.
Strength. Respect the players.
Respect the coaches.
Respect the officials.
respect the game.
We are.
We are.
We are.
We are St. Edward's University.
We respect the game. It's not whether you win or lose, it's how you play the game.
Taylor Schieber just 2 points at the half. Now 13-11 already this half, and the Jets are up one. Let's go to Drew Brent.
Guys, going into the half, this Newman bench, it felt like there was quite a bit of frustration, even a little bit of dejection as they went into the halftime locker room. Coming out of this last break, the two big threes by Schubert, you can feel the momentum shift, and there's a feeling of excitement and definitely determination coming from this Newman bench.
No question. Thanks, Drew. It's Lubbock Christian, Sean, is 5 of 9 for the floor this half. That's awfully good, but Newman 8 of 13, 4 of 6 from beyond the arc, and 5 of 5 from the line. More free throws coming now for Cole.
You notice they on the attack time to dribble it inside toward the rim and then look for kick out rather than settling for jump shots just across half court when they bring it up.
They had 7 assists at the half, 6 already this half. Cortrell Colbert, 0 of 3 from the line. But how times have changed. This was a 9-point lead for Lubbock Christian at the break. 27 points already in 8 minutes, 22 seconds of half. Newman by 3.
Feel like they've found their rhythm here in the second half. And they play defense well enough. That's where they most of this season.
It seems like West Texas A&M, Colorado Mesa liking what they see now. They want Lubbock Christian to lose this one. Would help those other two teams' cause for an at-large. Although Lubbock Christian ranked ahead of them coming in. Lucky. Rogers fouled. He had position. Thurman fouled.
Thurman had a grab of his wrist, was holding his left arm down. Rogers, all he could do was try to reach the ball with his right hand and then somehow paw it back up toward the rim, and that's where the foul came in.
First free throws of the day for Rogers. 100% coming in. Quietly, 12 points for Tyler Rogers on 5 of 7 shooting, junior from Lubbock. Rogers makes them both. Thurman, as Lubbock Christian continues to play zone. Schubert's had the hot hand. Here he is now. Long three this time. Good rebound by Rogers.
If he had dropped that, he'd be shifting out of that zone.
The Newman lead is 1 at 61-60. The scoreboard just corrected itself here at the UMAC. And our score had reflected it on our screen, but it's 61-60 Jets, so Lubbock Christian can take the lead with a 2. Devin Thurman's second board. Colbert from the short corner. Shots not falling now for the Jets after their run to begin the half. Here's Michael Grant with the basketball. Junior from Lubbock. Now Holman, 12 to shoot. Moves on, double by, and was looking for Schuster, and there's Rogers, who picks it up, and now we'll go to the line for the three-point play opportunity. Right place, right time.
Yeah, an errant pass, but it found its mark eventually. Rogers was there. Tyler on the spot, and then rolls to the rim and hangs in the air after the whack, puts it off the window.
Gives Lubbock Christian with a free throw coming.
Big play. They had him doubled. The short corner over here, trapped, and bad pass behind the original intended target. And then Rogers right there to take it.
16 points, 6 boards for Rogers, who has 9 this half. Williams splits the zone, finds Thurman for 3. Yes! 12-3 of the day for the Jets.
And that's where you see the kind of talent man has. Division I player for 3 years at Missouri State up in Springfield, Missouri. And he has transferred back home to Wichita. Had a great high school career there.
14 their win over the Chaparrals February 6th. Lubbock Christian comes in winners of 10 of 12. One of the losses in Wichita against these Jets. No foul on the bump, 5 to shoot. They got to hurry, and Holman with 1 to shoot gives Lubbock Christian the lead back.
Just beat the buzzer with the drive in and the finger roll off the right hand of Holman.
This Lubbock Christian team does not panic when the shot clock winds down. Thurman off the mark that time.
Lubbock Christian will likely let Newman live or die on its own with the 3. They're okay with Thurman taking those shots.
They are 12 of 23 from beyond the arc. Spin by Schuster, too long, however. Edie Jr. Williams, but that of Pegas a turnover.
Right off the hands of Pegas. I thought a good pass down inside by Williams, the cat quick point guard for Newman, as Thurman now exits and Bryant back for the Jets.
Despite 57% shooting, Lubbock Christian just up a point as we approach the 8-minute mark here of game 2. Fort Smith won game 1, pulling away from St. Mary's 87-79. Fowler back on the floor, and miscommunication on the backdoor feed. Schuster made his cut, then stopped as Fowler made the pass.
Yeah, and trying to make a pass from the top of the 22 feet away down to the right block.
10th Lubbock Christian turnover. Newman has 9. By Lubbock, as you said, Sean, despite the success from 3, Lubbock Christian will give those up, and they get another one. Nawasu's 4th 3 of the day.
Nicely done. Nawasu hit the deck after that. High five from a teammate as he's picked up.
By 2. Fowler being fronted. Holman will reset up top. Grant drives it on Love. And stepped on the bench. Turnover.
For limited playing time for a guy like Grant comes in to be a factor as he turns it over for Lubbock Christian. Just not a lot of clock time this year in crucial situations.
Really not a lot of difference between seeds 1 through 7 this season. This game proving that. Daniel Nawasu's 4th 3 has 7 seed Newman on top by 2.
I'm getting a lot for my money here at LCU.
The value of coming to LCU is priceless. I mean, you get to work around professionals who love you dearly, who love what they're doing, and to put those two together, you can't put a price on it.
I think the most valuable thing about LCU is that I'm receiving an excellent education, but I'm also being spiritually guided through that education.
If a student is on the fence about coming to LCU, this place is one that will change your life forever.
Believe, belong, be blue at Lubbock Christian University.
Despite 50% shooting this half and 6 of 7 shooting from the line, Todd Duncan's squad's been outscored by 11 in the second half. Newman 10 of 18 shooting since halftime, 6 of 10 from Duncan, 7 from the stripe.
Lubbock Christian in the first half shot 59%, 44 for Newman, and Newman is up 11 points, almost 12 over its first half percentage. They've been able to bang in a lot of threes here as of late, and that's what's put them ahead by 2.
Newman 13 of 24 from beyond the arc. 14 of 31 in their win over Lubbock Christian a month ago. Lucky back in the game. See what he does.
Williams, tough shot.
Lucky gets the A.J. Lucky, first team all-conference, 8 points, 2 assists, 2 boards. Came in averaging 15 a game. Will he heat up down the stretch? Just under 7 minutes left. Winner of this one gets either Dallas Baptist or Texas Permian Basin as Williams is called for the hold. Let's reset now as that's the 17th foul on 1-1. Lubbock Christian with 5 team fouls. 3 timeouts left for the Chaparrals, 2 for the Jets. Really no one in foul trouble here with 6:49 to go in the game. Except I apologize, Marcus Arrington has 4 on the bench now for Lubbock Christian. Cardona with, but again, just under 7 minutes left now as Lucky misses the front end. 82% from the line coming in.
He has really not found his footing in this game.
Pressure from down. We don't know if the Chaparrals will win. Get their at-large berth to the NCAAs. They could sure use it. A block with a foul by Fowler.
I would say probably at halftime, Potter's message was emphasis of trying to bring it somehow down low and then back outside, and that's what they've taken advantage of there into Pegasus.
3-point Newman lead now. Lubbock Christian ranked 6th in the region, the South Central region. The 5 teams above them looked solidly in. Midwestern State, Angelo State, Tarleton State from the Lone Star, and Fort Lewis and Colorado School of Mines from the RMAC. Arkansas Fort Smith ranked 7th in the region. They've already won today. Dallas Baptist 8th. We'll see them next. 1 of 2, but Bryant, the offensive board, and a 3 up and good by Nawasu.
Nawasu with the big jump shot after Schieber found him out of his peripheral vision to the left, and over at the wing he nails another.
5th 3 of the day, 37-22 this half for Newman. There's a hold down low by Schieber, and the Little U's Michael Grant will go to the line for a 1-and-1. That's a really good free throw shooting team, Sean. In fact, top 9 scorers by Christian. Worst free throw shooter among them is Cardona at 68%, Grant at 77%.
Well, they're the best in the conference during the season coming in. Team free throw percentage at 76, but they've missed a few here.
Michael Grant's first point. 7 of 9 from the line. Newman 13 of 19. Deficit down to 4. And a foul on Grant.
Yeah, that's a mismatch up high with Love. Just much faster, and Grant couldn't cover, had to reach.
1-and-1 coming for Love. He's 4 of 4 today, 66% on the season coming in.
Well, team's bonus situation from here on out. Another part of the Newman Jets game in the second half, they've been able to go to the free throw line.
Early on, we is the opposite way. Newman's offense well in sync since halftime. Six minutes. 6. Cardona. Bryant. From behind. Jump ball. Still Lubbock Christian possession. 11 on the shot clock.
And they wanted a foul instead underneath there.
We'll see it again.
A lot of bodies bang. It looked like Bryant up top maybe fouled Cardona.
Love got the tie up and a 5-second call. Newman gets it back.
Well, right now, Lubbock Christian looks rattled.
And I was about to say, they have 3 timeouts left. Todd Duncan, though, will keep as we approach the 5.5-minute mark.
Quick double on Pegas. Grant the tip. Lubbock Christian wanted a foul on the shield by Love. No whistle. Still Newman ball. 12 on the shot. Slight hit. I like the hockey reference. Thanks. Blues fan, I'm sure. You're a St. Louis guy.
Sure. If it occurred, Jalen Love hit it pretty well there.
Love moves on Grant. To the rim! An 8-point Newman lead.
Grant might have blocked that up and in off the window. It looked like he redirected it just so slightly.
Taylor Schieber got this going for transfers, picking up the slack. Lucky.
Well short. And Pegas saves the rebound to Love. Lubbock Christian looks out of sync now. Open three from the corner. I want to put him up double figures. That would have been huge for Newman. Lucky. Go to the line. Foul on Love. Third on the 19th foul on the Jets. Lucky trying to cut the deficit to 6. The Lubbock Christian do is panic because they're much better offensively when they're in the group. That's their strength. Matchup, athletic squad. And Johnson calls timeout. 4:33 left. The 7-seeded Jets down double figures in the first half. Now up 6.
Celebrate the soggy shoes and the slow starts. Celebrate the lessons learned along the way. These are the wins. Not the shiny nail-biting kind. These are the last a lifetime kind. Celebrate the soggy shoes and the slow starts. Celebrate the lessons learned along the way. These are the wins. Not the shiny nail-biting kind. These are the last a lifetime kind.
Davin Thurman and his Newman Jets down 9 at the half. Now up 6. 4:33 to go, and let's go to Drew Brent.
Guys, we were talking about the Newman bench earlier. Let's talk a little bit about Lubbock. Right. Coming out of the half, you felt like the confidence, but since that time, really losing their offensive rhythm. A lot of confidence on this bench, and Coach Duncan is really trying to emphasize, guys, you are the 2 seed. You can do this.
Thanks so much, Drew. Lubbock Christian, 55% shooting. May need to do better than that. The turnover helps, and Lucky to the rim. No. Rogers though to follow the deficit 4.
In the neighborhood, Mr. Rogers down low on that follow putback. He's had an wide attention a few minutes ago. He's up to 18.
Factor keeping Lubbock Christian 4 in a row for the Chaparrals. Now under to go. Both teams 2 timeouts left. Culver to shoot. Time Newman's going to get the shot clock down this far. Thurman from up top. Lucky the board got 2 free throws. That's Newman's foul of the half. Oh, it looked like to back scoop it up a fumble and run in the other direction. A.J. Lucky pinballed around after the steal for Lubbock Christian. Big swipe away. They're only down 4. Lucky a chance to cut it to 2 when we return.
Cheer for the stumbles. That he should have had that. And the tears that linger. For in those moments, greatness lies. There, you will find the provoked, the determined, the unified. It's in those moments that champions are born.
The academics at LCU, they're very strenuous, but they're worthwhile.
I would honestly say that the academics are top-notch. Being in small classrooms and getting to have those personal relationships with your professors really enhances the academic environment and academic experience. It's very easy to learn when you have professors who genuinely know you and genuinely care about your growth intellectually.
Believe, belong, be blue at Lubbock Christian University.
Cheer for the stumbles. The he shoulda had that's. And the tears that linger. For in those moments, greatness lies. There you will find the provoked, the determined, the unified. It's in those moments that champions are born.
Here's AJ at the line. First team all-conference performer, now 11 points. Just 3 of 10 from the floor, but 4 of 6 from the charity stripe. Looking to make it a 6-0 Lubbock Christian run, and he does. 75-73. Down the stretch in Tulsa, 3-3 remaining.
I think we're in for a finish and a half.
The 2-seed Lubbock Christian, the 7th seed in Newman from Wichita. Colbert breaks down the defense, but not even close on the shot. A travel called on Cardona.
Yeah, I don't know. He really was fully aware of what he could do after grabbing the basketball there. Started to dribble, slid the foot after he picked up, couldn't find a teammate.
15th Lubbock Christian turnover, 9 of those coming this half. Newman 9 assists this half, just 4 turnovers. Jets out right line, but they get an offensive foul on the moving screen. It's called on Owasu. Lubbock Christian in the bonus, but they will just have possession here as the Newman foul came when they had possession of the basketball themselves. John and up on a 6-0 run, can tie it with a 2.
Newman has played better defense in the second half. They'll have to try to keep it up.
Double come from Colbert, resetting to Cardona. In the corner for the lead, Grant got fouled. 3 free throws coming.
Colbert late, jumping out at him. The closeout wasn't there in time and hits him on the hand. From 3 in the corner.
You see it, no question. Michael Grant's only 2 points on the line. Now he has 3. And one more now to try to give the Chaparrals the lead. Thurman and Schieber return.
Right. Both have been big in this game, especially Schieber with his hot shooting from 3 in the second half.
Conference titles.
Celebrate the soggy shoes and the slow starts. Celebrate the lessons learned along the way. These are the wins. Not the shiny, nail-biting kind. These are the last a lifetime kind.
David Salzman, Sean Tiemann, Drew Brent with you. Well, we figured this day would be wild, and well, it has so far. 8-seeded St. Mary's gave the top seed Fort Smith all it could handle. Lions won by 8, and here Newman down 4 first half.
tied up with a basketball. 2.5 minutes left.
Whole lot of fun already.
And 2 more to steps back, the fadeaway three.
Nicely done. That was with the shot clock hitting 6. And Love, our player coming into this one, that's a huge shot for Newman.
17 for Love to lead the Jets. That ends the 8-0 Lubbock Christian run. Grant posting up on Schieber, knocked him down, charge.
Not much of an up on that one by the bench for Lubbock. Schieber looks set.
Yeah, this is what the Chaparrals miss. Who Drew mentioned to us earlier was banged up. He had 6 early points, has not played much this half. 8 points, 6 boards. Michael Grant, 4.5 points a game on the floor in crunch time here. Reaching right. Team for Lubbock Christian.
Right there. Have to know the situation. And no dangerous three-point shooters are on the perimeter. Thurman being one of those for Newman. But he was looking to put the ball on the deck and do something else with it. Now you send him to the free throw stripe.
He's 1 of 2 today, 79% coming in. This to put him up 5. No. Point game. Lubbock Christian 55% from the floor. Can they rally though in the final 94 seconds? Lucky from the elbow, no. They'll get the ball. It's been
Schuster.
Now Lucky for way short. Newman with the basketball. Chaparrals will take a breather. Both teams now 1 timeout left. Newman with the ball, up 4.
Cheer for the stumbles. That he should have had that. And the tears that linger. For in those moments, greatness lies. There, you will find the provoked, the determined, the unified. It's in those moments that champions are born.
Fun one here. Newman 79-75. The lead in the basketball, 1:19 left. Still too much time to foul. There are 4 Chaparrals in the Newman backcourt. In fact, Chaparral head coach Todd Duncan yells no foul. They get it into the Love, and they'll take some time off the clock.
And this is where Newman wants to try to drain that clock down a little bit, spread the floor out, work the ball around.
On the shot, 104. Schieber. Shot it. Schuster. Rogers finds Cardona, the deficit 2. Lubbock Christian takes its final timeout.
Nice handoff by Rogers. Thought he was going to go up with the shot after a fake, but found Cardona streaking behind him, trailing the post pass, and rolls right to the basket.
And still 45 seconds remain. No foul. We'll just look for the stop. The Tigers win with the
Newman. It's offense.
Those games when you get over 50, really the whole game. Yet it's 28 from beyond the arc, and yet just up to 9-77. Just seen 8 lead changes. A fun one here in Tulsa.
Well, and the Jets offensively, I would guess Potter's going to instruct them to work that clock and get this closer
to 0 as close as possible. Anyway, Newman with the 2-point lead. If you don't make a shot or draw a foul and go to the free throw line, you force Lubbock Christian late to or win with a 3 with not much time on the clock. The difference is 15 seconds, so there will be time for Lubbock Christian unless Newman misses an offensive rebound.
And the alternate thinking is, does Newman even try to play 2 for 1? And not sure with this 2-point lead, but
well,
but they've slowed it down more as the last few minutes. So
if you're in the NBA, that would be the prevailing. Look for a quick here in the first 10 seconds of the clock. They're going to hold it here.
Christian trap. No, they won't. Love across the timeline. And yeah, they're not going to go for 2 for 1 at all. They'll let the clock wind down. They can get it to about 15 seconds. Love. The backdoor feed, Schieber, no on the reverse. Chance here, win. They're out. No. Rebound, Newman. Nawasu foul.
He had a point-blank look, handed near the rim, and Rogers, who has scored down around the rack all day, unable to convert right there, which tied the basketball game up, and now Newman Jets for the free throw line, and the Montana for a chance to steal it potentially.
First free throw of the game, but 89% this season. And one might seal it now. Up 3, another one will make it a 2-possession game. 7.6 left. How many times does Rogers make that shot? He had it, just bounced out. Holman checks in for Grant to allow Nawasu to think about this a little more. Everyone back for Newman.
Yeah, doesn't. They're going to rush front court looking for a 3.
Now Newman takes the timeout. Nawasu yells, yes, as loud as he can. As maybe those free throws have sealed it. The 7-seed Newman up 4.
The academics at LCU, they're very strenuous, but they're worthwhile.
I would honestly say that the academics are top-notch. Being in small classrooms and getting to have those personal relationships with your professors really enhances the academic environment and academic experience. It's very easy to learn when you have professors who genuinely know you and genuinely care about your growth intellectually.
Believe, belong, be blue at Lubbock Christian University.
It's a miracle now, down 4.6 seconds left. Effort from them. They have not played poorly, Sean. Over 50 shooting the whole day. But Newman getting to the line far more often in half and hitting those free throws. They were 5 of 11 from the first half, 13 of 15 this half from the right. And for the game from beyond the arc, Newman 15.
7 might make in a huge game. Now Newman is in the lead because of the falling point game. They wouldn't be in this position without the 3 ball today.
They need a miracle. Newman doesn't have to foul. Cardona the shot. And now the clock kept running after the made hoop. It's not over yet. And so I'm sure they'll look at the review monitor, which is right near us, to see how much time should be put back on the clock. It's an 81-79 Newman lead. You see they put .8 on the clock, but we'll see exactly crew will, as the chaparrals will now look for the steal.
That looks about right. Guessing a second, and give or take 3/10, right? Isn't that the usually a 3 involved?
I was thinking .7, but down to tenths of a second here. And our crew right next to us again, looking at the review monitor.
And unlike in the now, can't call timeout advance the basketball. Not that they have any left, but you're going to have to go length of the floor.
There was hesitation even at the beginning of that possession. I think Todd Duncan wanted maybe a couple of seconds left on that clock, but instead, they'll keep it at .8. So .8 seconds left. Lubbock Christian will look for the steal. if not the quick foul, but will they even have enough time to get off a shot if they have a chance?
See, I thought, and if I was Lubbock Christian, they were going to come down and quickly shoot. But they didn't. Now 2-point game. If you somehow steal the ball here, you probably won't have time.
Home run for Thurman. Love the catch. And that'll do it. The 7th seed in the Heartland Conference this season. I don't know if you can call this an upset, but it's the 7th seed Newman knocking off the 2 seed Lubbock Christian. 87-79. The Chaparrals now 20 on the season. Still candidates for an at-large berth to the NCAA tournament, but they will need to stay out the next. Advances to the semifinals. They will play the nightcap tomorrow against the winner of our next game, Texas Permian Basin and Dallas Baptist. But it's Jarvis Williams and the Jets moving on. For Sean Team and Drew Brenton, our entire crew, I'm David Salzman. Post press conference. We'll be back just at 5 o'clock of Game 3. An exciting one here as Newman rallies to defeat Lubbock Christian.
The first step to discovering the world starts by discovering who you are and who God created you to be. You have the potential to change the world by learning how to serve the world. We can show you how. Dallas Baptist University, developing servant leaders, transforming lives.
You are a collection of moments, ambition, lessons, and ideas. Learning isn't buildings or borders. It goes beyond the classroom to places you never imagined. What you do with it makes all the difference in the world. Discover a more dynamic you, a more employable you. Discover the international you at Texas A&M International University.
Celebrate the soggy shoes and the slow starts. Celebrate the lessons learned along the way. These are the wins. Not the shiny, nail-biting kind. These are the last a lifetime kind.
If you're the band Europe, you love a final countdown. It's what you do. If you want to save 15% or more on car insurance, you switch to Geico. It's what you do.
Heartland Conference. Get in the game. Heartland Conference. Get in the game.
I'm getting a lot for my money here at LCU.
The value of coming to LCU is priceless. I mean, you get to work around professionals who love you dearly, who love what they're doing, and to put those two together, you can't put a price on it.
I think the most valuable thing about LCU is that I'm receiving an excellent education, but I'm also being spiritually guided through that education.
If a student is on the fence about coming to LCU, This place is one that will change your life forever.
Believe, belong, be blue at Lubbock Christian University.
Cheer for the stumbles. The he shoulda had that's. And the tears that linger. For in those moments, greatness lies. There, you will find the provoked, the determined, the unified. It's in those moments that champions are born.
The academics at LCU, they're very strenuous, but they're worthwhile.
I would honestly say that the academics are top-notch. Being in small classrooms and getting to have those personal relationships with your professors really enhances the academic environment and academic experience. It's very easy to learn when you have professors who genuinely know you and genuinely care about your growth intellectually.
Believe, belong, be blue at Lubbock Christian University.
We are here today in the Rip Griffin Center at the men's and women's basketball games, and we presented a wish to Angel Martinez. We brought him in as our guest. Throughout the whole game, we would have little contests and things that he would win. Our first surprise was to do a name drawing, and then he got a signed basketball from our basketball players. Our second surprise for Angel was he got to go on the court and drive a remote control car into each Star Wars figure, and every one that he hit, he got a prize. And then his final surprise was a fake costume contest, which it was actually his wish reveal that we got to grant him.
So everybody thinks this is a costume contest, but it actually isn't. We're actually here for someone much more special to us. So that special someone is Angel Martinez. You're going to Legoland!
The best part about this is that all of the athletes and a lot of the community here at LSU get to come together and work really hard to raise this money just so that we can make someone's day extremely special.
I didn't think it was that close. You did? Why had you thrown the ball in bounds? Because I knew they were going to have somebody big on.
All right, we have Newman Jets head coach Mark. Over here to my right, we have Gavin Thurman. Over here on the left is Jalen Love. Coach, if you want to start off with a couple comments, then we'll open it up for questions.
Yeah, I mean, you know, the way the game, we were a little bit nervous because we couldn't get them stopped. And I don't know what the deficit was at one point. I think it was 14. And then, you know, these guys are, you know, they've been pretty amazing really all year long. And we've gotten so much better really in the first half, first about 12 minutes, and then it started to show. And their percentage was way high, and I think I see here they still shot 54% from the floor, but they were at 67 or 8 or something like that before we finally started getting some. And we were a little stagnant offensively as well. And, you know, we had a couple go in and out early on, and I don't know whether that means we were tight or what, but you know, so I in the it's you know, course, and you just take it one at a time. It's been a long time coming, you know, since we've made this transition to. Before you get into questions, I mean, we're the 7th seed, and I don't want that any other way than that. You know, a year ago we played basketball down the stretch, and we lost in overtime in the final game of the year, and we would have been the 5th seed and didn't get to go to the conference tournament. And this year, you know, we've said all along, we know we're good enough to win. The opportunity would not have been not gone to 18. So we are incredibly for that. Thankful for the opportunity to be here today and to have an opportunity to have a, you know, a moment in a lifetime. The first Heartland Conference tournament game, and we've been through times. You know, we came up short tonight. Guys found a way. So really proud of these young men, and got to get done. Want to enjoy it while we can.
Kevin and Jalen, just talk about, I believe you guys were up 4 or 5, had a little bit of a 3.5 minutes left, but then LCU really did make a late charge. Talk about your guys' mindset in those last few minutes.
You know, I think that's something special about this team. Something special about this team is that, you know, even though we get down, we're
really panic. You know, at one point we were down 14, but you know, our locker room, we was right there. Felt like we was right in the game. We don't panic. We don't worry about that. We just keep grinding it out, just possessing our time. That's how we were able to come back.
Yeah, every time out, every huddle we was in, of course, in the break, and then a couple stops, make a couple baskets, and then at halftime regroup on the game plan, and then just come out second half, just keep staying the course, and we was able to come out on top.
You guys seem to be able to go on runs this year, the entire year. You always hit 1, 2 during a game. Lots of times you start the game with them. This time you started the second half with it. What's it like whenever you guys go on one of those?
First of all, it's kind of nervous because you be down. You ain't expecting to run, but when we get on them and the bench has a lot of energy, and then that feeds onto us on the floor, and then once we're able to knock down shots and we see others knock down shots, that just gives us confidence, and we're able to make that run.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much like what he said. You know, we're not really. It's something we don't really. But you just like, you know, you playing in the moment, you're living in the moment. So and then once the bench get more and more involved in the game, that's something we realize we got to keep pushing through.
And I might say one other thing. We, you know, on the sideline, you know, I'm 52 years old and I'm an old guy, right? But I still hoop in there. But when they start doing that, it doesn't get any more fun than that. You know, I've been doing it for 29 years, and I don't know. Today it didn't look good early, but I just had a great feeling coming in that these guys were ready to roll, and as the year had gone on, we'd had a couple injuries here and there, but you know, we're extremely excited to get the first shot done. We've got work to do, and we're looking forward to it.
Coach, congrats. I wanted to ask the players a question. Both of you guys are Division I transfers. Can you talk about your experience and how you think the facilities and all those things work?
Yeah, it's been amazing. The hotel is beautiful. The nice rooms, the food's been great. The banquet was a lot of fun. Get to interact with other players. And then these facilities, Union, or what it's called, the UMAC, is beautiful. It's really nice to play in. It's just a nice facility. You look outside, you see the big football stadium. I mean, we get the room. I mean, it's high quality. It's just
yeah. When I first walked in, I met the Fort Smith and St. Mary's game. I said, this for me. I mean, facilities, you know, here just feel just like how it was last year when I was playing in my previous school.
Difference, you got a few more minutes, a few more points. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
Number 5, Marcos Schuster, and then also Tyler Rogers. Coach, if you want to start us off with a couple comments, and then we'll open it up for questions.
Well, I just thought second half we couldn't really contain the ball very well, and just, you know, they were able to get penetration. We got in some foul trouble, and then, you know, their shooters started getting confident. And, you know, you give a team like that confidence, it just seems to be contagious. And we just couldn't get a stop there for a while. We were kind of going back and forth matching them, but you know, you give up 47 points and a half. It's just going to be hard to win. And you know, we battled to the end, but, you know, free throw block out here or there, let a shooter get loose a couple times, you know, it all adds up. So proud of the way my guys battled, but, you know, to get to the level we want to get to, that's not, you know, it's got to be more than that. You got to perform when it's needed. So it's a good group of guys. You know, we're region. I know Newman has a good record. As they've beaten some really good teams, been in a lot of games even that they didn't win in our league. So, you know, we'll see how much as far as our final regional round. A lot of it depends, you know, what happens the rest of the way. So, but congrats to Coach Potter and his team. I thought, you know, they made plays that Love stepped back at the end of the clock. I don't know if it was tied or would maybe cut it to 1. I'm not sure, but, you know, just maybe it's tied, I think. Big time play there. So, you know, moments those kids made some big shots, so you have to give them credit also.
Coach, and then Tyler and Marcos, just talk a little bit about some of the defensive things you saw from them, especially in the second half. First half, I think you guys shot 62%, and the half they kind of down a little bit, and that's kind of what helped spark their run.
Well, 9 second half turnovers doesn't help, and then we just didn't demand the ball in the paint. You know, we accept their fronts too, you know, and because it had worked in the first half, you kind of fall into the trap of, you know, well, what we're doing's working, so you don't quite get a sense of urgency. You look up and tied or they're creeping back. So, you know, things defense, you know, to adjustments. We did a few as well, but I just think, you know, it was more just taking advantages of our defenses. Tyler.
They really started boards second half. First half I felt like we controlled the boards pretty well, but you know, Coach mentioned a couple free throw blockouts, buckets. You know, and you know that all translates to defense. When you get confidence offensively, you know, you just get that little burst defense. So that's just, you know, that's how the game is. We let them get that confidence and stars. Wow.
I want to congratulate you guys, but at the same time, I wonder if you tournament and the format, these playing here, and even the you have 8 rather than pre. You have.
I would just. We lost, and you know, in a way, it's been tougher. But overall, the been a great experience. Even more unique. Been in 2 years of transition from you know, in that NCAA. We haven't had that luxury in knowing well, even though the last 2 years we've qualified for it as well. Just to get here, the tournament committee, the social, the first night, the hotel, everything's been very well organized. Everything's been top-notch in terms of professional. You know, that has a big-time feel to it. I think the coaches and players in our league perform at a high level, you know, one of the highest levels on Division II. I think that's what makes our region so tough. And, you know, it's fun to get to see other teams compete. Usually you're not a spectator when your conference teams are playing. So, you know, I'd give it an A+ from every area. And I know that the committee will look at ways to even make it better. But I commend, you know, you and Ryan and everyone that's worked a long time behind the scenes. So, you know, finish how much we appreciate the hospitality and, you know, class way that we've been treated and everything has been done. So thank you.
One thing we've been really, I guess, about is the facilities. You know, you walk in and you don't think it's a high, but it's been fun to come in here and, you know, good practice facilities, and we were excited about the locker room. Usually when you're a visitor, you don't get treated to get water and all that stuff, but it's been a blast. I've really enjoyed it, and just moving on, wish we could stay, but
You can say something.
It was a wonderful experience. It ended this short, and I wish we could have gone a few more games. But overall, it was just a wonderful time, and just being here with pretty much my family. It's just an experience to go through it with them.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, Colton. Thank you, everybody.
Yep, thanks.